Welcome to Royalston Wildlife Chronicles. In this episode we cover the video footage for January 2026. We have hit 2026 with the coverage of trail cameras, and the wildebeest, Bushbuck and impala certainly had a bumper season when it came to babies. It is encouraging to see this, as it means that all these animals that are not endemic to the area have settled in nicely. It was interesting when a number of flocks of cattle egret descended on Royalston. We don't normally see them in such numbers. We think that due to all the devastating fires that had occurred in the area, these grasslands were a welcome sight to them. We do hope they make a dent on the tick population. This black-headed heron joined the Royalston Pilates fad. We will call him Steph. Listen to him moaning and groaning about the exercises. Whee! Here the impala babies are playing and stretching their legs. Listen to the wildebeest eating grass. We moved a camera to Village 1 as a springbok had died, and we wanted to see if anything came to investigate. First a giraffe came to investigate, and then a springbok ram came and investigated. Nothing else came and looked. At the Pretoria-sponsored Village 5 camera, the giraffe made a number of visits. The giraffe had been moving around more than normal, and we attributed this to the fact that we were in a drought and the bush was very dry. The giraffe were probably making certain that they did not overbrowse any area, so were venturing closer to houses to get to those trees. It was funny watching this giraffe walk one evening with a car in the background. The car's lights make it look like the giraffe is wearing a headlamp. At the LaRue-sponsored Village 5 Waterhole camera, we watched the dominant sable bull walk down for a drink. He sure has a magnificent pair of horns. The waterbuck ram was still chasing this young bull, who kept on taking refuge in the water. Antelope do not like going into water, so this young bull is hoping the chasing bull will lose interest. This was not the case. This tactic is also used when antelope are chased by predators. The wildebeest was also getting chased into the water. These ostrich decided to cool down in the water, voluntary. There were plenty of wildebeest babies. Note the umbilical cords on these too. Here the ostrich chicks are also cooling down. And stretch! Here we see a creche of impala. Always great to see a pair of spotted eagle owls. stop filming me. I said stop filming me. I warned you. I said stop. Don't say I didn't warn you. We found the camera a couple of meters away, having had the cable ties snapped off the stake. The water mongoose also objected to the camera. And then the red hartebeests were at it again. At the Bushbuck trail fence camera, we started the new year with a caracal sighting. We had also had a baby waterbuck born during this period. The honey badgers kicked off the new year on the forest trail intersection camera. Here we have the porcupine family. You can see that the baby has really grown up. An interesting fact is that a grouping of porcupines is called a prickle. For our international viewers, the honey badger, American badger and European badger all belong to the same family of mustelids. They differ in appearance, habitat, diet and temperament. Honey badger are renowned for being fearless, exceptionally pugnacious and highly intelligent, often described as unhinged aggressors that actively seek conflict rather than avoiding it. At the Pretoria sponsor Plains Waterhole camera, it was great to see these honey badgers investigating. On the law-sponsored Forest Trail lower camera, a water mongoose kicked off the new year. There was a fair amount of porcupine activity on this camera. In fact, this month seemed to be porcupine month on most cameras. The Inyala bulls were doing their dominance dance again. I never tire of watching this. It is truly magnificent. I think this is a female rebuffing a male's advances. Either that or the back one is a bit short-sighted. This is a really big troop of vervet monkeys. This vervet monkey decided to clean the camera lens in an unorthodox manner. The honey badger was our first sighting of the year on the law-sponsored Waterhole trail camera. A new year and still scared of the camera. On the law-sponsored lake camera, you can see that the water level of the lake has kept dropping. This sable hasn't cleared the debris from his head from the New Year's Eve party. Here's a really good sighting of a porcupine digging up a bulb to eat. This porcupine certainly gave us a lot of great footage. At night time you can easily determine a saddle-backed impala by the black on its face. And yet some more great footage of a porcupine eating. Up at the ridge camera, the black-backed jackal kicked off the year's footage. Old Limpy isn't a great fan of the paparazzi. And then our first artfox sighting of the year. We hope to learn more about this individual, or if we are lucky, we are seeing more than one. Luka decided to move the second camera and hit the jackpot again. I'm sure he's a blue duiker whisperer. Wherever he puts a camera, there are blue duiker. It was interesting how often this caracal moved through the territory. The large spotted genet and porcupine also seem to like this area. Luka once again moved the camera, and what did we see? Another blue duiker. We end off the first episode of 2026 with this beautiful sighting of the blue duiker.